Hi, and welcome to Indigo Starfire. My name is Bevin, and in this reading, I'm going to be doing some channeled messages from your person. I'm going to be channeling directly in the first person tense for this reading, so using pronouns such as I, me, and you. There are 3 groups to choose from. Group 1 is the Picasso Jasper heart. Group 2 is the Selenite heart. And group 3 is the Mookaite Jasper heart. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to. I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps in the description box of the video for each group if you'd like to jump ahead, which I do recommend using so that you can skip over me shuffling cards in between groups to clear the energy of the group I've just read for and tap into the energy of the group I'm about to read for. So again, I'll give you a minute. Please use the timestamps and we'll get into your reading. Hi, Group 1. You chose the Picasso Jasper heart. So I'm going to start by pulling some tarot, and then I will use those as the framework for the channeling and then sort of dig into the deeper energies surrounding that. So what does your person want you to know from their higher self right now? Okay, so we have the Sun, 6 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups, and Queen of Wands. Everything you said is starting to make sense now, and there are a lot of uncomfortable truths that I'm trying to lean into. I must remain strong for you, for me, for all those around me who have an expectation of who I have been up to this point in time. I want to move past illusions and denial. Most of all, the denial of feelings that I harbor within that continue to comfort me in the days when I am lonely. You are stunning, and you have always captivated me. And I regret that it took me so long, living my life, the years passing by, until our paths crossed, And yet I failed to take advantage of that moment, that opportunity, that blessing to its fullest. I'm trying to work up the courage to face you now, to look you in the eye and hold your gaze as I should have, as you always wanted me to. Without fear that all this love I hold inside will pour forth and become known to you. I want you to know. I want you to see me plain and true. I know you have always been able to look past the surface. You've seen my soul, even when it was a mystery to me in many ways. I feared your gaze, how far into the core of me you were able to reach. Parts of myself that I had shied away from. I couldn't look at my own brilliance for too long. It is so contrary to what I have been taught is the proper way to be and move through the world. You are a force to be reckoned with, and you are a force that has ignited something within me, a hunger for more than I have been settling for in my world and within myself. You make me feel regal and brave, and these are traits I am unaccustomed to. I have been pushed down for so long inside, and I have overcompensated with stoicism and egoic grandeur. But you call forth authenticity, the humble brilliance of simple moments, and the truth of all that I am and could become, and have always been, right here and right now. I'm looking for a way to break the silence, and I know it shouldn't be this difficult. All I have to do is speak. But this next conversation, it must mean something. I find it hard to put words to the precise feelings that I hold within. This has been the case for as long as I can remember. And so I've been accustomed to proving my affection through what I can give, what I can do, rather than just becoming that vibration of love. I never saw much value in that before until I met you. You've taken me at face value for who I am, not what I can provide, not for what I contribute to the measure of your existence, but just for me, for better or worse. In times of abundance, and when my resources are lean, you have been there. And what you asked of me, it was so different and continues to remain so unique from what all others around me have reinforced as the only value that I hold. As long as I am able-bodied, I am worth something. They have insisted. You help me want to step beyond this material caricature, this version of me that always must be pushing and doing and becoming. And you help me to just breathe, to just relax, to allow, and to receive. I have been trying so hard, and I never knew that love could be this simple. Thank you for looking past all of the things that I have tried to stuff down, to cover up all this love that I hold inside. Thank you for seeing beyond all of that to the core of who I am, this loving being, waiting to shine forth in all beautiful simplicity. I am building my strength, and I am making my way towards you. And it's taking longer than I would have liked to remove this armor and conditioning that I must present myself with some offer of value and substance and meaning that can be held and acquired and kept. It's taking me time to step forth in honesty and vulnerability towards you. But I promise, as long as it takes, I will keep pushing forward. As slow as my progress may be, I am trying. And I thank you for continuing to move forward and becoming that goal that I now aim to reach. So those are your messages, group 1. In terms of signs, with the sun, we have Leo energy. Pentacles is Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Swords is air, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Cups is water, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And with the wands, we have fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So I'm going to get some initials, and this can be a first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or it could spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got K, Z, N, D, A, O, W, L, C, Q, H, and U. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of that out as well. And I've launched a second channel here on YouTube. It's called Lady of the Dawn Tarot, and there's a link in the description box as well as in the channel section of my page for that. The format there is a little different from here. I do pick a cards as well as general energy check-ins, but the subject matters that I cover are related to spirituality, wellness, ascension, and self-love. So if any of that sounds interesting, I invite you to check that channel out. I thank you for your support there as well as for your continued support here on this channel. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 2. You chose the Selenite heart. So I'm going to start by pulling some tarot, and that will set the framework of the channeling, and then I'll dig deeper into the surrounding energies. So what does your person want you to know right now from their higher self? Okay, so we have the Empress, Five of Swords, King of Cups, Queen of Wands, the Emperor, and the King of Pentacles. We're a match made in heaven, as unconventional as that might seem. As much as the circumstances between us tell a very different story, I know you're the one for me. I don't know why I ran from you, why I denied this truth that was so apparent the first time I heard you utter my name. I feel like I've been drawn to you for 1,000 years. And that again and again, across the turning of history, it is you and I. Such mystery and wonder that you represent. You are my earthly paradise. Letting you down, I defeated myself so deeply. I had such high hopes of what we might become together, of what we should have been. And without warning, I tore those plans asunder. And it has been something that I've not been able to recover from. The urge to reconnect with you grows stronger by the day. I see your face in 1,000 places. Everywhere I look, there are reminders of you, whispering and screaming, "Come back. Go back home where you belong. There's nothing more for you out here. You know where happiness can be found." You are the living example of love in all its complexity and perfect splendor. Walking around here, a blessing which walked into my life and which I foolishly allowed to walk away again. In the battle between the head and the heart, my ignorant stubbornness is winning. Inside, I'm crying out for you, trying to find my way through this labyrinth of excuses and willfulness, so that that loving part of me can be expressed, can become the dominant reality. And all of my acquisitiveness and impatience can be tempered down. I have been on quite a journey, In the time since we last spoke, you are not alone in needing to move into a place of acceptance for what is more than skin deep, which has transpired between the two of us. I feel your energy cloaking me, just as you feel mine. Round the clock we are together. And so perhaps it is only fitting that we are separated in the physical at this time. I am both overwhelmed and overjoyed by the idea of forever with you. And in the times when I retreat from this idea, when I crawl up inside of my head and I project out into the world the way I want things to be, reality according to my plan, I am faced with this knowing that even the parts of myself I detest the most, these are mine. These are my forever. And you are the sweetness that counteracts that. You bring balance and harmony to my rough edges. I guess I never realized how accustomed I had become to being this unformed part of myself. Raw, hasty, unyielding. This has led to needless battles, unnecessary loneliness. And yet in the midst of all of this, in this conquest of myself and of the world around me, you came forth one day out of all the chaos to provide me hope and restoration of something more, some deeper meaning and truth to who I am and what I might become. I recognized that straight away and failed to accept that. And it may take a lifetime to make that up to you, but I'm willing to try. I need to get out of my own way first, and that's no easy task. I am so entrenched in this version of myself that needs to control. I don't know how to receive the healing and the love which you present. It feels strange and reassuring to me. And so I've pivoted myself into the corner of what is most familiar, my comfort zone of control. As you continue to breathe and move and stand in your authenticity, you're helping me to soften these rough edges around my heart and around my perception of myself and what it means to truly stand in my power. Our paths have flung us far from one another, but I'm being guided back in your direction. I'm being provided these reminders constantly. This overwhelming surge of yearning that comes up at the most inopportune times. And I feel like a child yearning for your arms and the comfort that may be found there. I'm trying to find a balance of sweetness and strength within myself. And it is from this place of proper calibration that I will finally, and at long last, be able to present to you a version of love that is truly worthy of everything magnetic and amazing and challenging and wonderful that you are. Don't think for a minute that I don't miss you, because that's the furthest thing from the truth. I am hiding my love for you in plain sight. And somehow, I know that you can sense all of this, and that you are waiting for me to come home to you. So those are your messages, group 2. In terms of signs, with the Empress, we have Taurus and Libra. Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. The Emperor is Aries. Cups is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And Pentacles is earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And also the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands came out in group 1. So if you were drawn to that group, you may want to watch that after this one. There could be additional messages for you there as well. So I'm going to get some initials, and this can be first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or it could spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. We've got K, R, M, Z, I, W, H, and F. So those are your messages. I hope they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of that out as well. I've also launched a second channel here on YouTube. It's called Lady of the Dawn Tarot, and there's a link in the description box as well as in the channel section of my page for that. The format there is a little different from here. I do pick-a-cards as well as general energy check-ins, but the subject matters that I cover are related to spirituality, wellness, ascension, and self-love. So if any of that sounds interesting, I invite you to check that channel out. I thank you for your support there, as well as for your continued support here on this channel. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, group 3. You chose the Mookaite Jasper heart. So I'm going to start with some tarot to set kind of the framework for the channeling, and then I will pull on kind of the deeper energies surrounding this. So what does your person want you to know from their higher self right now? Okay, we have the King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Magician, King of Swords, and the Sun. Can you feel the healing that I am sending to you in this moment? I'm trying not to overwhelm you, but to come through in gentle waves and wisps so that you feel comforted rather than overwhelmed and alarmed by my presence in your energy still. I wish I had been able to do more for you in the past. And at this point in time, I could represent more to you than this. This bond that we have, this connection, this current, it's unlike anything I've ever known before. You're not the only one being tossed and turned beyond the parameters of your perception and worldview. Asked to stretch yourself into the realm of imagination in order to be able to fathom just a fraction of what this is that has happened and continues to breathe and grow between us. I am here with you in spirit, and I am with you in the signs that come through in unexpected ways. Things I know that you see, that I hope you take note of. Because I'm over here doing the same thing. These bits of encouragement that coax me to keep going, keep pushing along, keep walking between these two worlds, being here in this realm, but not of it. Not completely, not anymore. I am awakening again. And this time, I hope that the lessons and the experiences up to this point will keep me grounded in the material reality. As my star rises and I expand into the greater vibration of what I am now capable of becoming. I'm taking note of the familiar patterns that came about and were the hallmarks the last time around. The time when I pushed away from you. An act which did not slow down the progression of what was changing and metamorphosizing within me. And now we find ourselves standing on opposite shores, hand in spirit, and yet alone in body. This time when the earth moves and all the terrain is shifted, maybe we will find ourselves in closer proximity than we have been in quite some time. It is the season for this, And I am ready. And I know that you feel it too. Words would be empty at this point in time. I do not know how to fathom what changes will come about on the other side of this process. I don't know how to describe to you everything that has happened daily, minute by minute. With such frequency, I could count time by these things, by these synchronicities, by this sense of knowing. And so I remain silent. We are beyond words anyway. And a part of me feels that this evolution, this stepping into a greater capacity to be wisdom keepers here on the earth, that it is a shared goal and purpose that we both have in this regard, and that we are being shaped by the hand of the divine, each in our own separate ways, so that we might fit together more precisely and more deeply than we did before, or have in any lifetime prior to this one. I feel expansive. I feel myself ready to step into my power, to hold that out into the opening of who I present myself to be in the world. As that facade that wanted to keep the mystical parts of myself hidden away slowly fades from view. I am unafraid now of what others might think, how it might look. I know only this personal truth within. I know only that I still feel so connected to you, despite everything that has changed, inside and out, between us and in this world, and who we are to one another, what we know of that, and what is to come. I feel that the time may be approaching when it is our season to be victorious in love together, and yet I dare not utter these words out loud. Not yet. For fear of disrupting some process, some alchemy, some mechanism that is just getting started. I have asked for a sign, something very specific and known only to me and to you, which will indicate that it is the appointed hour, that it is safe to run at full speed back to your door, where you will greet me and say, I have been waiting for you, and you are right on time. I am trusting in the process, and I am diligent in what I need to face within myself. Arms open, I step forth into mystery, and I become more certain of who I am, more comfortable in the unknowing, more willing to be a movable, fixed point in the evolution of my soul and its changing requirements here on the earth plane. We are entwined so deeply, beyond mind, beyond body, and beyond soul. Look within and find me there. Feel me with you. As I do so frequently, every day now. The ritual and the routine of checking in with you fills me with such delight. You would hardly recognize who I have become in that regard. I used to be so afraid of the potential that you held within and unleashed within me too. Keep going. Keep leaning into this ebb and flow. And trust in our cohesion, beyond words and beyond experience. There is only you and I. And everything else in this wonderful and changing mystery of our experience, mind, body, and soul. So those are your messages, group 3. In terms of signs with pentacles, we have Earth, which is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. The Magician is Gemini. Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. High Priestess is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, and the Sun is Leo. We also have some repeat cards here. The King of Pentacles came up in group 2, and then 3 of Pentacles and the Sun came up in group 1. So if either or both of those groups were calling to you, you may want to watch those after this group, as there could be additional messages there for you. I'm going to get some initials, and this can be a first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or it could spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. We've got E, C, R, W, P, J, V, O, X, and B. So those are your messages, group 3. I hope they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking any of that out as well. And I've launched a second channel here on YouTube. It's called Lady of the Dawn Tarot, and there's a link in the description box as well as in the channel section of my page for that. The format there is a little different from here. I do pick-a-cards as well as general energy check-ins, but the subject matters that I cover are related to spirituality, wellness, ascension, and self-love. So if any of that sounds interesting, I invite you to check that channel out. I thank you for your support there, as well as for your continued support here on this channel. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.